Hi there. Those are what you can expect to see inside the box. I received two different boxes, one with multifunction tripod and the other one with the camera itself. This is a multifunction tripod. To open the battery compartment, two movements must be performed at the same time to unlock it, left and down. The battery is included. It is not in the video because it was inside the tripod box. Together with the battery was also few more instruction paper. I must say, I received so many paper, I thought I just needed to read them and I will know all I need to know about this camera. I was wrong. In front of the tripod, there are few buttons. Each one has name on it. Photo to take photo. Movie to record video. Lock switch. This one disables the remote command function to prevent unintentional camera operation. T, zoom in. W, zoom out. And the last one is C1. This one you can assign to do anything you want. Still on the tripod, there is also the mounting wheel, adjustment wheel, flip button. This one is to easily flip the camera sideways. The angle adjustment button is to flip the camera down and up. It is ideal to adjust this one when you need a better grip or when the tripod is on the floor and you need it to face up or down. In my opinion, they should have replaced the zoom button with the function back and forward, so the tripod would be more useful, especially when you have it in your hand. I love this tripod. It is very well made. The windscreen should be used to reduce the amount of winds on the microphone. It helps provide better sound. The USB cable, I wish it was a USB Type-C, but it is not. The manual and a lot of paper, and then you have the battery for the camera itself. Well, I wonder what should I say about this camera. Well, the reality is there is a lot to say about this camera. It is very good and very well made. It has a lot of useful functions. It is a very versatile camera and there is a millions of situations where a camera like this would be lifesaver. An example of people who will make a good use of this camera are someone who never took a picture before, a vlogger, YouTuber, reviewer, traveler, traveling for holiday or traveling for any other reason. It doesn't matter where you travel. This camera will be easy to transport. I mean, this is a very compact camera with the power of a big camera. If you are someone who uses mobile phone to record and take photo, this would be for you. This is compact like a mobile phone. With the help of the tripod, this will replace your phone easily and give you high quality picture and video. This camera has so many functions to make your life easy that if I was going to say everything I learned in the past few days, I would be trying to write a Bible. There is one important thing I should say. I struggled to connect this tripod to the camera. I couldn't find the answer anywhere. I went through the manual and I couldn't find anywhere. So I went online and finally I found it on the help guide page from Sony. That page had a lot of useful information about this tripod. All information was well organized. I also found another similar page with information about this ZV1 camera. I will leave the details on the end so you can go to that page and take any doubt you may have about this tripod and the camera. As I said before, this camera is the best in many ways, but it has a big downside, at least for someone that uses it like me. You know, this camera has a big display and that takes almost all of the back side of this camera. Unfortunately, it is not a touch screen. That means when you touch on the display, nothing happens. I think that is a very bad thing to do on the time we are living. Touch screen is a must on a big display like this. This means scrolling between picture, selecting picture, deleting picture, all that stuff is a little bit more difficult than it should with a big display like this. That's why I thought, what if the tripod could help on that? On this case, the tripod will not help. No. When the display is on, ready to take a picture or start a video, the touchpad works, but it only works for better focus or selective focus. It means if the camera is focusing on the subject you don't want, you can touch on the screen to select the correct subject. That's the only function I found out. Also, another downside is how difficult it is to remove the memory card when the tripod is on. In reality, it is impossible to remove the memory card when the tripod is in place. This I can deal with. The display is a bigger problem for me. In many ways, this camera is entitled to 5 stars. It is a well-made camera. This will be all for now. If you want to know more about this camera and its tripod, please follow the link in the bottom. Thank you for everything, and I should see you on the next. Disclosure: I am a member of Vine Voice program. They send me this product for free from the program to review. Yes, I inquire for products that I need and I will use on my daily life.
Anything saying this is an optional extra. It turns out this is a £170 optional extra. I only found this out because Amazon offered it as an add-on product, and Amazon have got a deal at the moment where if you buy 2 you get £90 off the total order. So Sony, be a bit more clear in future. I wasn't too happy about that. Now, I want this camera for doing product reviews, and I'm quite new to this. And so far I've just been using my iPhone 10, which I'm using at the moment. So this seems to have quite a lot of cool features for doing product reviews. So I want to take a look at this. I'll just cut that open. Instructions. Well, it's not very much in the box, really. So the camera itself, which I must say feels really good. That's the dead cat that goes on the microphone. And the battery. And that's everything that's in the box. So I want to get it set up and play with it and see what it's like. So I've played around with this for a few days, and I absolutely love this camera. It's great. There's so many more videos on YouTube that can go into way more depth than I ever could, because I'm not an expert by far. I just want to demonstrate what this camera's like for someone like me who wants it just for using. The product reviews. I'm not into vlogging. It's got 2 really great functions which allow you to blur your background and to focus in on a product. If I was holding a product up here, I'd focus in on it and blur it out. And the quality is absolutely great. I'm not sure about this as £180 extra. To be honest, the tripod, it is good, but I don't think it's worth the money. I might actually see if I can keep the camera and return the tripod, to be honest with you, because just a normal shutter release would do the job with a cheap tripod. So this is me now using the Sony ZV1 itself now. And every time I learn something new about this camera, I love it even more. This camera is amazing quality. I've never even had a digital compact before. I've only ever had DSLRs. I'd have never looked at a compact if this wasn't marketed specifically to what I'm using it for. It's fantastic. I'm a little overwhelmed with the amount of functions and settings that it has. It's very vast. I've watched a few hours of YouTube videos on this camera so far, and it's going to take a while to get used to, but the quality is absolutely amazing. The one thing I'm not happy about is this tripod. That just actually demonstrates exactly what I want this camera for. Look, you do a product review, you hold it up to the camera, it blurs the background and focuses it in, and it just... that is exactly what I want this camera for. It's perfect. This, to me, is a £180 shutter release. It's totally overpriced and it's totally not worth it. Yes, the quality is good, but I'm not going to need it as a tripod. I'm just going to use this to start and stop the videos, and for £180 this is not worth it. So this is getting returned, but the camera itself is absolutely fantastic. Definitely get one if you think it might be for you, if you're into vlogging or product reviews or whatever you want it for. I've just been using it as a general camcorder instead of my phone as well, and running around taking videos with the family, so it's really good for that. But this camera is absolutely fantastic, can't fault it, it's great. This, however, not so much.
This is the Sony ZV1 vlogging camera. Underneath we've got the cover for the battery and the SD card, next to a tripod hole. On the side we've got a socket for a lanyard, HDMI socket, a multi-socket which also serves for charging, and a microphone socket. On the front we just got the lens, and there's a small light that shows when it's recording. On the top we've got the hot shoe. Next to it we've got the microphone array, and then we've got the on-off button, mode, shutter button, movie button, and a button that does the bokeh, which is the out of focus background, and you've got the zoom around the shutter. On the back we've got the usual controls, wheel with a centre selector. The LCD flips out, and you can turn that to the front for video recording, or you can swing it back onto the camera. What's really nice is the fact that you can actually flick it over and then your screen is protected. This is the optional remote control. It also functions as a tripod and a hand grip. It attaches to the camera using the tripod screw underneath. And you've got a button here which allows you to rotate the camera through 90, and it's a firm click stop into each position, so you can use it that way or just turn it around, use it that way. You've also got on the side here the button, so you can adjust it, and that firmly clicks into place. The controls are all Bluetooth, which connects to the camera, so you've got control over the basics, the photo, movie, the C1 button which you can program but is set as the bokeh, and then you've got a lock switch which prevents any accidental operation. In the middle you've got the zoom. Very nice, makes a nice grip, and it's a very, very good, pleasant to use, easy to use camera.
cámara, ¿vale? Ahora mismo no la puedo encender porque estoy pasando algunos vídeos al ordenador, pero quiero que veáis el tamaño. Es bastante cómoda, no es algo pesado que digas es horrendo, ¿vale? Recordar que la pantalla no es táctil. En el anuncio pone que es táctil y no es así. Yo me he vuelto loca toqueteándola y no hace ningún tipo de reacción. Los botones los tenéis por aquí, veis que están al alcance de la mano cuando la tienes cogida. Y una de las cosas que tengo a destacar que a mí no me gusta es que todo el tema de las conexiones está en la parte derecha. Cuando la conecto con la Steady, el problema de tenerlo en este lado es que dejo de tener acceso de poner a cargar la cámara o de quitarle las baterías. Porque encima el anclaje para conectar el tornillo de la Steady está justo aquí, ¿vale? Por lo tanto, esto no sé si es problema de diseño de la cámara o de la Steady. Yo diría más que es problema del diseño de la cámara, ya que si estuviera en este lado no habría ningún tipo de problema. Así que eso es lo único que tengo a destacar. Por lo demás, cámara buena y aceptable.
Meine Kamera ist an, man sieht das schon, aber Bildschirm geht nicht. Und wenn ich das wieder ausmache, geht das runter und dann kommt wieder raus, aber kein Bildschirm.